Hey guys, this is IntroducingEmy and we're back with another title card for SSoHPKC, also known as Seamus. He wanted me to redo his Super Mario World hacks thumbnail, which you're probably familiar with. And my cat is already whining at me. I literally just started recording. Okay, so it's actually funny. I think that I'm trying to remember now. I think that was actually one of the first things he asked me to do way back when he hired me, was to do a new Mario hacks card for him. He just mentioned it briefly and then never brought it up again. So and I ended up doing other stuff for him in the meantime, so I didn't really think anything of it. But recently he's asked me to do it again. So before I started recording it, I put together the logo and the number, and I got some sprite art of the typical ground tile that you see in Super Mario, at least in the early levels. So I put that behind the number and everything. So now what I'm going to do is kind of rough out my idea here. I've already drawn Seamus as a Mario character before, so I'm probably just gonna be heavily. That is my dog. So I'm probably just gonna be heavily referencing that. I'm kind of sad. I wanted to leave more room for the actual titles of the different hacks, somewhere in here, but there's just really not enough room, and I wasn't sure if he'd actually want to have to change that every time that he was starting a new series. Where's my center? There it is. Okay. Sorry, I know he looks a little clownish right now. I actually don't remember if Mario has 4 fingers or 3, like a typical cartoon character. I don't know what he's doing. He's throwing up a gang sign or something. Maybe I'll have him balancing a a mushroom or something on his fingers. I don't know. I just want the pose to be interesting and dynamic. Just want to put some like cool swooping background elements to sort of contrast with all these like angles and straight lines and stuff. Okay. Yeah, like, let me turn off the logo for a minute. Yeah, I think I'm going to be definitely sticking to a 4-finger look, even if Mario does have, not the clone stamp, even if Mario does have 3 fingers, or 4 fingers including the thumb versus a human who would have 5 on average per hand. Okay. Gosh, do you know what? I don't even remember what like mushrooms and stuff look like in the I don't think they look any different, do they? Huh. I'm having a moment over here. Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna put a Yoshi egg like right there. Honestly, I could probably put whatever I wanted on this card considering some of the hacks I've seen in play. They're just anything and everything could appear in those games. I'd love to see someone do a hack with him in it. I think I've seen almost all the hacks he's played, and I don't think anybody has like made a custom sprite sheet of Seamus in the game. These are going to be those clouds that have faces. It really freaks me out that like so much of the Mario world seems to have sentience. I've noticed though that in newer Mario games they've like completely done away with that. Like, the hills literally have eyes in a lot of the Mario games. I don't know why. Alright, I'm just gonna get rid of the number for the time being. And I'm actually gonna go look at Super Luigi. Yeah, so this is like probably one of my favorite drawings of Seamus. I don't really like his body in this one, but I like everything else pretty much. So let me come on. Sorry, my layers were locked. Come on. Come on. What's the problem? There. He was having a moment. Oh yeah, this is when my cards were like much bigger. I was wondering, I was like, why did that come in so large? Okay, so that's going to be our reference. Get rid of this. So I think what I'm first going to do is go over it once and then ink it, because this was like a really loose sketch, so I don't feel terribly confident about leaving it like this. So I think I'm going to have him be like a little bit chipified or super deformed to sort of match the look of Super Mario World. I always think he looks a little bit like Fix-It Felix when I draw him like this, because Fix-It Felix is basically Mario without a mustache. He has like really similar design elements. Don't like how wide his face is. I feel really bad. I've been kind of putting this card off a little bit. I honestly just couldn't think of how I wanted it to look. In the meantime, I did Peggle. Mm. Also, if you're new to my channel, first of all, welcome. Second of all, I'm sorry for how sloppy my drawings can be. So something I really liked in the original card was, and I don't know who the artist was for that card. A lot of times it's attributed to me for some reason. And I don't know why, because I wasn't his artist when that card was made. Like, man, gosh, I don't even remember when that card came out, but I definitely was not around for it. So, but yeah, anyway, he kind of made the, like, peg on the top of Mario's cap float, and I thought that was really cute and cool. You'll end up seeing it here once I start coloring, because I have that card as well as some other art from Super Mario World in my reference file for this card, so I will show that here in a bit. So one thing I really like that I never noticed before about the sprites is that the underside of the hat is shaded black. I mean, obviously it's red, but because of sprite limitations and graphic limitations and all that stuff, they shaded the bottom of the bill on his cap black, and I think I'm going to keep that because I thought that was kind of cool. I hadn't noticed it before, so. One thing I really like about Mario is that his look sort of reminds me of Tezuka, who did, let's see, Astro Boy, Kim of the White Lion, and The Life of Buddha, a whole bunch of other good comics and stories and stuff. And Mario has kind of that look. Inversely, I think Tezuka based his work off of like traditional Mickey Mouse, like the original Mickey Mouse golden ratio, I guess. So, like, the design on Mario seems like a really solid character. Um, I'm just thinking. Okay. So, I'm gonna name that way ref, and I'm going to lock it. And then I'm going to loosely select the pink that I put on as a filter. And delete everything but that so that I can see my background when I go to ink. And I'm actually going to color shift this to match. Yeah, I think that'll be nice. And I think I will overlap the art onto the... Actually, you know what? Before I merge everything down, let me actually make Mario, aka Le Shamus, bigger. Get rid of this. I think I like that a lot better. He takes up like more of the canvas and everything, and the composition. Yeah, I think I like that a lot better. Okay. So now we're going to ink it, and I'm just debating if I want to take this onto its own canvas, just so I don't have to deal with the extra length. I'm like hemming and hawing. No, because I think I'm going to ink all the elements in this, not just him, so yeah. Sorry, I'm making the canvas brown, like the whole thing, so I don't hurt my eyes. I tell you what, staring at like a blinding white screen all day, it's not good for your eyes. I used to get migraines all the time when I was working on the computer. I think some of it was stress. Anytime it was getting close to me having to update my webcomic, I would like get terrible migraines. But I think what it was is that right before I would update, I would have like one last grind session to get my work in on time and everything, and I would end up sitting at the computer for like 5 or 6 hours straight, you know, without break, just staring at the screen. And then I saw an artist, a digital artist, I can't think of who now, doing a video tutorial. And while they were doing the tutorial, they turned their canvas like a brown or a blue or some kind of desaturated color. And they mentioned it was because they get migraines from looking at white screens all the time. And I was like, oh, I should just do that. I should just make my canvas brown. And it would save me a lot of headaches, literally. I can't remember if he has like little Mickey Mouse lines on his gloves or not. I should take them off though. Those lines might be copyrighted by Disney. So this brush I'm using here is my simulated pencil brush, but with the opacity and everything. I think it's the opacity. I can't remember. If it was on its original settings, it would actually look pretty much like a pencil. Sometimes when I go lightly, it sort of still looks like it, but I've messed with the settings so much that really doesn't much resemble the brush that I started with. But if you're interested in your own pencil looking brush, just go to the DeviantArt search engine and type like Photoshop pencil brush. And it was one of those, but I don't remember which one now. I just remember the one I picked was like, there was no copyright on it, like it was free to use for any project, and that's really important to me because I don't have, I mean, I'm already pressed for time in the work that I do, and I don't have time to be tracking down every brush that I used and crediting everybody, so. go. I really don't like that this line sort of goes into this line. Let's see if I can thicken this up. Maybe make it look not so... Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'm happy with that. I will live with it though. That sounded weird. I would dubba dubba. I will live with it though. So rather than drawing the strap on his overalls as just like flat like that, I'm going to try to give it some thickness here. Let's angle this up. And then draw the gold button. Put a little shine in there. I also think I'm gonna get a little fancy on this one and color the lines. I normally don't do that, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so like right here, I want there to be more of an edge. I hear a weird noise. I think a train might be going by. I live near a railroad track. Well, not like a track, not just like one. With a train that goes nowhere. I live near tracks, I guess I should say. When we were first house hunting, or condo hunting, okay. When we were first condo hunting, and we came to this place, we actually were looking at the property next to us. He ended up giving it to somebody else, so we just got the one next to it. But when he was first giving us the tour of the place, sorry, I'm thinking. He was giving us a tour of the property, not just the condo, but like the rest of the area. And he took us near the back, and he was like, you know, look, there's railroad tracks and everything, but there's this huge wall here that is soundproof, and you may faintly hear the train, but, you know, don't worry about it. He said, and they're going to be improving the wall to make it even more soundproof and stuff. So we were like, okay, whatever. And we weren't exactly living like right next to the tracks. They're a ways, like a quarter of a mile, if that. They're very close, actually. And, but we didn't realize that when they were going to improve the wall, that they would be tearing it down. And that is just what they did. They tore that damn wall down. So for like a while, it was just, you know, total racket of those trains going by. They were so, so loud. I feel bad for the people who like lived, I don't even know, like less than 10 or 20 yards from the tracks over there. It was, what's the word? Cacophonous? Is that a word? That doesn't sound like a word. It was loud. It was damn loud. But they have actually put the wall back up and it's not so bad anymore. But once in a blue moon, a really big train will go by around 12:30 at night to 1 o'clock, sometimes 2:30, I think. I know that because I sit up at night and work a lot, but you can hear, or I mean, you can feel it just like shaking the whole house. I used to have a bookshelf in my office and I had like little figurines and stuff on it and they'd all be going across the top of the shelves. The first few times that the train would go by and I'd feel it, I thought it was an earthquake because we live in California and I was used to feeling earthquakes. But nope, just a train. Yeah, I don't like that. I hate when there's, I forget what they call that, but like stuff is touching, like lines just like barely touch each other. I keep wanting to think, or I keep wanting to say it's called tension, but that doesn't sound right to me. Sexual tension between the lines. Okay, there's that black rim. Back up a little bit here. You know, I always seem to make this side kind of wonky. I remember when I did the other eye, or the one for the Luigi card, I had some eye issues. Okay, as much as I like this buckle, it needs to be wider and a little further away from the the edge of the overalls. Okay, so let us ink the background elements. Mario? Oh, there it is. Okay, so these are my references, and I'm just gonna put them right over here. Boop, bada boop. Just want to do a little cleanup here. Okay, so I'm going to name this Seamus. And I'm going to ink the background stuff. Kind of looks like a cake. Like the frosting on top. I can kind of understand why not to spoil it, but if you have seen the new Super Mario Brothers 3D, I think that's what it's called, the one with the cat suits, there are these there are levels that are kind of like pastry themed. But they have like cake. So I can kind of see though why some of the older layers, or some of the older levels, some of the older sprite art kind of looks like pastries, so. Oh boy, I just had like a little mini heart attack there. I'm uploading stuff on YouTube while I do this, and for a second there I thought I closed the tab, and I was like, no. Little sentient clouds. Sorry my videos are not exactly as spunky as other people's videos, but I enjoy doing the live commentary even though a lot of it's just me sitting quietly. If you've ever watched anybody draw with any amount of concentration, you know that people get lost in thought when they work. My clouds look like poop, but I don't care. So now we are going to draw a little Yoshi egg. And I'm going to move the little Yoshi fruit. I'm not sure what those are called, but I'm going to put that up there. Come on. There we go. Okay, cool. I think I'm gonna color it. So first, let's get rid of some of these layers. Just change that to normal. That's a great sky color. I really like that color. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down my flats, and then after that I will color the lines. I don't want to do that though. I might even wait till I shade it before I color the lines. It's not like a hugely involved process or anything, and they can easily be changed, but ooh, excuse me, I'd rather just wait. So I don't know if I'm going to keep these colors. I am going to directly reference the sprites at first and then adjust everything accordingly. My poor dog. She's so exhausted. I gave her a bath this morning. Yeah, like, I already don't like that. Just gonna slop some color on there. And where's my rough? Where's my disembodied Seamus head? There we go. So much as I do like the sort of maroon Mario, it looks better in its own sprite world as opposed to just drawing it. There's like a little weird dent there. I don't know what that is. Okay, whatever. And then I'm going to color the background. Let me lock Seamus. I'm just thinking. I don't know. It's kind of hard to figure out. Like, I always thought those fruits looked kind of weird anyway. Like, sort of spotty. One second. Okay, sorry about that. I was downloading something in the background, then it finished, and I had to take care of it. Okay. So another thing I'm going to do is kind of shade, like put some underlying gradients on him the way I did the Luigi card. Oh, almost dropped my tablet there. Um, And I think I'm also going to put some blue around the eyes again. I don't know why, but I just think it looks... It kind of sets him apart, I guess. I don't do it on everything, but just sometimes. Like maybe sleepy or something, I don't know. Keep turning my my ruler on. Okay, let's get rid of the disembodied head. And let's shade it. So let's start with a brown as our shading color and then adjust. Actually, let's go like this. Come on. I get frustrated with myself when I'm not shading the way I ought to be. So I realize I'm probably being a little overly forgiving with the shading. Like, I don't know if you'd actually be able to see that much light, but oh well. There we go. Okay. So part of the reason I wanted to shade in brown was because there are more warm colors on him than there are cool colors, and it's just quicker to do it this way. Because then I only need to adjust some of them. Now, true lighting, like being out in the sunshine, you would probably be mostly shaded in blue or cool colors. It's just the way the world works, but I don't like doing that. I shouldn't say always, it sort of depends on the lighting, but it just seems that shadows tend to be more on the cool side of the color palette than on the warm side. But I like my cool colors to have cool shadows, especially on cell shaded stuff. So let's go blue. And then I want to deselect his overalls. Okay. And then for the red, it is a warm color, but oh, I forgot a little bit right there. I'll get that. It's just a little light. Okay. See, now it's being a jerk. Okay. So now I'm going to shade the background, and I'm going to use this color. And I'm going to be pretty loosey-goosey with this, just because I think I'm probably going to put a solid color filter over it. And you might not even get to see that much of it, so. Okay, so I'm going to close this for now. Alright, now we're going to put some freakish phallic hills in the background. Alright, let's shade the green frosting. Okay, so I want to... Okay, first of all, actually, I need to... Okay, that was bothering me, even though you couldn't tell on the full card. Oops. Oh, I have a little tender spot on my head, and my headphones keep touching it. And it's making me angry. Okay, so now we are going to color our lines. And I'm just kind of having like a little internal debate about what should be what color and what should be another color. Oh, somebody's coughing. Man, I hate to gossip, but there's this girl in my complex who... She has some sort of asthmatic type illness. Maybe not asthma, but she always is hacking and coughing. Like, she clearly has some kind of lung issue. And she smokes pot. And I have no problem with people smoking pot, but it just seems like it really exacerbates it because she's always coughing, and I feel so bad for her. You know what? I think I'm gonna leave him like with a bunch of black outlines and the background like this because I'm worried that it's gonna be hard to see him otherwise. I'm trying to find a color I like down here. I sort of want to change the, I don't know how to say it. I want to change the background color. Because I'm worried the text is getting a little lost. Let me see what I can do here. This is where a lot of the tedious editing and make nicing comes in. Okay. So what I want to do is I actually want to bring that up like that. Sorry, I'm just curious what other colors look like on linear light. I actually sort of like that one, the yellow. Ooh, yeah, excuse me, doesn't that look nice? It kind of has like a retro feel about it. I don't know, I like it. I think I'm gonna keep that one actually. And then I'm gonna take the logo. Oh, this is gonna confuse the crap out of him. I'm gonna put it, no, I can't do that actually. I am going to somehow have to, okay, I have to carefully think about my steps here. I'm gonna move this down to here. I'm gonna put these together. I'm gonna take that, copy it, and then I'm going to go up to logo. Sorry, this is probably like super boring. There. I think that looks good. So yeah, I'm going to save this and turn it over to Seamus. I think I might try like one more filter, to be honest. Let's just throw a weird color on there. This is Satan's kingdom. Okay, no, I'm gonna leave it alone. If I mess with it too much more, it's just gonna get super muddled and it won't be any good. So, yeah, there you go. Super Mario World hacks. And, so let's hope he likes it. Let's hope I don't have to fix anything. Okay, cool. I will see you guys later, and I hope you enjoy the car.